First off, I'm going to provide a really high level kind of picture of NPA of the Slack community for those of you who are not members of it. Then I'm going to have my amazing colleague, Samanta Leguizamón, who is actually the real expert on this program. She's the program manager. Sam has been working incredibly hard the last several weeks or more, really. This program has been months in the making and a very exciting week for us. Thank you for joining us today, Sam, to answer questions and provide some of these details for the audience who can't be here today in person as well. If you're watching at home, thank you. Special welcome as well for joining us. After we hear from Sam, we have with us Upasna Gautam, who is a product manager at CNN. She is the mentor coach as well for this specific program and really an expert in so many ways, providing leadership to our community. We're really thrilled. We're going to hear from Upasna about, in particular, the mentors, the training that they will receive to provide the best, high-level expertise and guidance for our mentees, and answer a couple questions about what is news product, in case you're wondering. And then the remainder of the time, really, probably the last half or more, will be question and answer time. So please, hold your questions to the end. Feel free to write them in the chat for now, but we will provide a time to actually go through all of those together and allow you to jump in, on video and audio as well to ask them that way if you prefer. So thanks everyone for being here. And without further ado, I'm going to just give a really high level overview. I won't spend too much time since most of you are already in the Slack here, which is awesome. Really glad to see that. So again, News Product Alliance in particular, right, it is a global community of support and practice for news product thinkers. Our mission is to elevate the discipline of news product management and expand the diversity of news product thinkers in decision-making roles. What is a product thinker? What is a news product thinker, you might ask? So product thinkers use frameworks to connect the dots between editorial, audience, business, and technology. Our Slack community of over 1,500 now, as of today, is really comprised of experts in all of these areas. So we have journalists, reporters, we have audience development and audience managers, we have news developers, business strategists, product managers, of course, and everyone in between. We have people in tech maybe transitioning into news, as well as people in newsrooms wanting to get more into the product side of things and work perhaps more in the tech stack or in business strategies. So, really, really strong community. We're thrilled that you're here and invite you to join us there. I think just going to admit a few more people from the waiting room. Awesome. And overall, we need more and more diverse product thinkers in our industry. So that is really what our Slack community is all about. As you know, we're centered around the premise of ask, give. So knowledge sharing, kind of open dialogue and discourse. Everyone comes with different skills and talents and backgrounds. And we ask you, to be really upfront with community about how we can help you and how you can provide advice or mentorship and help one another out as well. So that's really the core philosophy, and that's what our mentor network program is really all based on as well, as part of this community and culture that we're building. So what can you expect from the NPA Slack? In general, inspiration and validation from other people working in news product in these various roles, co-creation of best practices and practical advice for applying product management tools in a news organization, opportunities to grow your professional network and profile, an amazing job board, as many of you know here, discussions on how to diversify media leadership, promote inclusive decision-making, and design for equity. And, room to learn from our failures together and also celebrate each other's successes. So these are all really core principles to our Slack community. We have channels dedicated to many of these things. And just a note, so the Mentor Network program is available exclusively to NPA Slack members. It is easy to join and apply. We have a very simple application that I'll be posting here in the chat for those of you who are not yet a member of our Slack. And, we're going to be providing some information now about the program. Thank you for your patience while I give that overview to many of you who are in the community already. Now I'm going to be handing the virtual mic over to Sam to go over some of the details of the program. Awesome.
Thank you, Peter. Well, as Peter was saying, NPA's goal is to increase the number and diversity of product professionals in the journalism industry. And that's why we, with the support of the Google News Initiative, have created this program, the Mentor Network, as a key component for us to achieve this goal, because we aim to provide our community support, especially for emerging product leaders. The Mentor Network program is a 6-month mentorship that will select and match 150 early career and aspiring news product professionals with 50 experienced mentors who are leaders in the industry. And over these 6 months of the programs, mentees will be able to work on a professional challenge they are facing that can be related to, for example, their first product role, or change management, or leadership development, among other topics. The idea is that mentees will gain knowledge and increase their understanding in the news product and receive personal guidance, and also become part of this global network that, well, aims just to support more people to be part of the product industry and the journalism industry, and to just work toward a more equitable media landscape. So along this 6 months, mentees and mentors will work during 3 sessions on these challenges they are facing, maybe reframing them, working also on a plan of action, even implementing them. And the timeline, as you may all know if you have already visited our website, is that now applications are open until September 26. And after September 26 and until October 21, we will get this process about selecting the mentees and matching them with mentors. And after that, we are going to announce and begin the mentorship sessions until April of next year. So now let's talk about a bit about the criteria we have for this program. As Peter also mentioned, it's exclusive for our NPA Slack community. So if you are not part of our Slack community, please join and apply, because it's really interesting community. And also, it's important for us for you to agree to follow our code of conduct, and more specific about the role you have. Maybe you are a news product thinker, or maybe you are working at the intersection of editorial, audience, technology, and business, and you don't have a product job title, but you are a product thinker, or you are interested in knowing more about it. And so this is a great opportunity for those who wants to learn more about it to apply to this program. In our community, we also have data scientists, academics, and more, and mainly working in journalism industry. So also it's important if you want to receive mentorship, if you are facing a challenge, if you have a product-related challenge, if you are available to dedicate 3 meetings over these 6 months that we are proposing for this program. And now, how can you apply? Again, if you are not part of the Slack member community, first you will have to apply to the Slack application. If you are already part of the Slack community, you can apply to our form. I don't know if Peter, you please can show the form. It's also a very simple form just to get to know you a bit. There are no wrong or right answers. The idea about this form is for us to know who are you, what are your challenges, what do you want to work on this mentorship. And again, just to match you with the mentor according to your affinities, to your experience, even your time zones, your languages, and well, all of that details. Thank you, Peter.
You bet. Fantastic. And so next up, we have Upasna, who will talk about the mentors specifically. Who are they? What sort of training will they receive? And what is a news product mentor going to really be doing throughout the 6 months through these 3 meetings? So Upasna, thank you. I'm going to hand the mic over to you virtually as well and continue screen sharing.
Awesome. Thank you, Peter. Hi, everyone. My name is Upasna. I'm a product manager at CNN, and I am so excited and honored to be the lead mentor trainer for the Mentor Network with NPA. As Peter is going through, with scrolling through the NPA mentors, I mean, this is like a list, top of their career, like mentors and professionals from all different parts of the media and news industry. And so not only do they, cover so many different parts of news and media, but they're from all different types of tech companies, newsrooms, journalism support organizations, everything from a local news, everything from a local newsroom to Netflix and CNN and the New York Times. So the diversity in knowledge in and of itself from our mentors who are going to be joining us is tremendous. Sam did a great job of talking about how to identify if you are a news product thinker. And what does that mean, right? Like when we think about news product, it can mean a lot of things. And NPA has done a great job of kind of building it into its mission. And so when you think about a news product, it could be any sort of artifact or product, like an article. It could be a program. It could be content created by a news organization or a media company to meet the needs of news consumers. It could be editorial features. It could be data visualization products. It could be a podcast. It could be an entire content management system. That's what I work on. It could be a streaming service or editorial design tools. Anything that touches the editorial experience is a news product. And anyone who works on building those products is a news product thinker and or leader. And I think one thing that NPA does a great job of, and that this mentorship network will do a great job of, is not only defining challenges and goals for you all to work towards achieving and tracking towards achieving, is also that you don't have to have product in your title to be a product person. Product management is a mindset, and that can be cultivated in any role, whether you want to move into product management or not. And so it's really exciting, again, to see the depth and breadth of the different mentors that are coming on board to help us. When you come on as a mentor, we've also designed a curriculum, a training program, which I've been working with Emma on. She's very graciously offered her expertise and knowledge to craft this curriculum, and I'm helping refine that with her. And we'll be delivering training programs and classes kind of in a workshop style to every single mentor, as well as regular check-ins for our mentors to make sure that this is a mutually beneficial and mutually enriching experience, both for mentors and mentees. If you have any questions about the mentor side of the program, please feel free to reach out or ask in our Q&A that's coming up here too.
Fantastic. Yeah, I really appreciate that overview, Upasna. And without further ado, we'd really just love to turn the floor over to our participants and open the chat for questions from you all about the program, about really anything.